Welcome to Broke to Go.
Before Amazon, before the rockets, before the world called him the richest man alive, Jeff Bezos was a kid caught between chaos, abandonment, and a future nobody believed he would survive, let alone dominate. And this isn't the polished billionaire biography he likes to put on stage. This is the real version. The ambition, the pressure, the collapse, the scandals, the betrayal, and the nothing will stop me engine that turned him into a global empire. Jeff Bezos didn't just disrupt industries, he bulldozed them, and plenty of people got crushed under those wheels. But let's rewind. Jeff Bezos was born in 1964 to Jackie Geezy, a 17-year-old high school girl who suddenly found herself raising a newborn alone. His biological father was a circus performer, a unicyclist, who disappeared before Jeff could walk. Jeff wouldn't even know his real dad existed until he was grown. Before he learned to read, Jeff learned something else, that people can vanish, and you're left to figure life out on your own. His stepfather, Miguel Bezos, came into the picture later, a Cuban immigrant who fled to America with nothing but a bag and a broken heart. But Jeff's early life was far from perfect. His mother had to fight the school system just to stay in classes as a teen mom. They were broke, exhausted, and one bad day away from everything collapsing. As a kid, Jeff built alarms to keep people out of his room, dismantled his crib because he didn't like being contained, and spent summers on his grandfather's ranch learning to fix things with whatever scraps they had. If it breaks, you repair it, he learned. If it doesn't exist, you build it. But nobody predicted that the quiet, nerdy kid would one day become the most feared disruptor in business history. Fast forward to Wall Street, early 1990s. Jeff is successful by every normal standard. Sharp suit, big salary, respect. But inside, he's miserable. He sees the rise of the internet, a tiny, confusing universe most people think is a joke. But Jeff sees its growth curve, and it looks like destiny. He tells his boss he wants to quit. His boss gives him the walk, literally walks with him in Central Park and tells him, this is a good idea, but not for someone who already has a good life. Translation: stay safe, don't chase dreams, don't risk losing everything. But Jeff was done playing safe. He quits. Packs his life in a car. Drives across the country. Writes Amazon's business plan on the way. Cramped in the passenger seat. A brilliant move? Yes. But here's the dark part nobody mentions. Amazon didn't start as a dream. It started as a gamble, funded with his parents' entire life savings, money they would never get back if Jeff failed. And failure was everywhere. The early days were hell. The company almost collapsed multiple times. The site broke. Orders got lost. Investors mocked him. Competitors wanted him wiped out. Jeff slept in the office, ate cheap takeout, worked 16-hour days, 7 days a week. His marriage cracked under the pressure. Employees quit. People called him delusional, obsessive, even unstable. But Jeff Bezos had something they didn't: a willingness to burn his entire life down for the chance to build something bigger. Amazon grew, slowly at first, then like wildfire. Jeff pushed harder, faster, more aggressively than any CEO in the world, and that came with a shadow. Amazon became legendary for brutal culture, but Jeff didn't stop, because in his mind, pressure built diamonds, and Amazon needed to be the biggest diamond ever cut. He expanded into everything: books, electronics, groceries, streaming, cloud computing. AWS alone would go on to power Netflix, NASA, the CIA, massive parts of the internet. The man who once grew up broke now controlled pieces of the entire world. Then came the part nobody saw coming. Jeff wasn't aiming for Earth, he was aiming for space. Blue Origin, his rocket company, and became his new obsession. And it wasn't about tourism. Jeff believes Earth will one day be a protected nature reserve, and humans will live in floating colonies. To most people, that sounded insane. To Jeff, it was the only path forward. His personal life got messy. His marriage ended publicly. Tabloids exploded. Bezos' survival mindset shaped him early. Oh, but it also built a man who would one day take risks with other people's survival too. When he quit Wall Street to start Amazon, he burned through investors, employees, and his parents' life savings like gasoline. Amazon's growth wasn't inspirational. It was aggressive. And behind the success were messy truths. Employees crying in bathroom stalls, people sleeping under their desks, emails at 1 a.m. demanding answers by 1:05 a.m., performance reviews so brutal that people joked, "You don't work at Amazon, you survive it." But the drama doesn't stop inside the walls of Amazon, because the part people really love? The marriage. Jeff and Mackenzie Bezos were together from the garage days. The struggle, the debt, the chaos. She literally drove the car while Jeff wrote the Amazon business plan. Mackenzie built Amazon with him. But as Amazon exploded, they drifted into two different worlds. One writing novels, one building an empire that never slept. Then came the scandal. In 2019, tabloids blew up with leaked texts, private photos, and a headline Jeff definitely didn't want to read. The richest man in the world was having an affair with Lauren Sanchez, a former TV personality married at the time to Hollywood power agent Patrick Whitesell. Screenshots leaked, messages leaked, the internet went nuclear, Jeff's carefully controlled image cracked. This wasn't a CEO talking innovation. This was a man caught in a tabloid storm, accused of everything from destroying a family to covering up the leaks with hush-hush investigations. The drama was explosive. And the divorce? Record-breaking. Mackenzie walked away with over $35 billion, and Jeff didn't fight it because he knew the battle wouldn't be worth the spotlight. But Bezos still wasn't done. His feud with the tabloids turned into a battle with a tabloid owner. Jeff accused the National Enquirer's parent company of trying to blackmail him with private photos. The company denied it. Jeff dropped the blog post heard around the world. No thank you, Mr. Pecker. He literally named the guy running the company. The internet ate it up. It was billionaire versus tabloid boss, and Bezos went nuclear. At the same time, Amazon workers protested. Warehouse conditions hit the news. Reports revealed dangerous workloads, heat exhaustion, injuries. Bezos denied some claims. But the public had already made up its mind. Richest man alive, workers struggling at the bottom. Oh, and then there's the rivalry with Elon Musk. Two billionaires fighting like teenagers online over rockets, space, patents, contracts, insults. Musk calling him Bezos the copycat. Bezos firing back with lawsuits. Space nerd drama at billionaire scale. Jeff Bezos' story isn't just broke to billionaire. It's ambition, controversy, broken relationships, accusations, power moves, and a man who built an empire so big, it created enemies at every level. Jeff Bezos went from broke to gold, from abandoned to unstoppable, from a fragile childhood to one of the most powerful people on the planet. But his story isn't clean. It's not simple. It's not a fairy tale. It's obsession, ambition, sacrifice, mistakes, reinvention, and a willingness to keep going even when everyone hates you for it. Here's the real lesson. Most people build dreams until life hits them. Jeff Bezos built dreams that could survive anything, even him. Now tell me, he's not a saint. He's not a villain. He's a storm that built Amazon, a storm that ended a marriage, a storm that pushed him into space, and a storm that refuses to die down. Because Bezos isn't finished. Love him, hate him. His life is a reminder greatness and chaos usually come in the same package. Now tell me, who's the next celebrity, billionaire, or rising star you want the uncut version of? Drop a name. I'll dig into their rise, their darkness, and their glory, and turn it into the next episode. Because somewhere right now, another billionaire is being built in silence.